Paragon, since decades, has an active development. So we are not waiting on customers' requests. We are looking what are the megatrends in the world, like CO2 reduction, like digitization, like increasing comfort, and also the urbanization. These are the four megatrends we are looking for, and we are developing on our own expenses products for these megatrends, and then we offer this to the car manufacturers, so that we are pioneers. In our electromobility field, we are doing differently. We have made our own product lines based on modules for the lithium-ion batteries, and here we have faced the industrial sectors where we think the sustainability of electromobility is higher because the needs are higher, and here we can develop systems which are ahead the market. As said, urbanization is one. Urbanization means that in future more and more people will live in big cities. Today is in the world 50%, and it's increasing the next decades to 70%. So that means more traffic jams, more pollution, and so on. And we have discovered in the 90s that the air quality, the in-car air quality is our main topic. So we have sensors, we have other equipment to improve the air quality, and the newest things are particle sensors for fine dust, and also a special electric filter, brand new, to get rid of the fine dust. So that means it's not only addressing a megatrend, it's also going from a component manufacturer to a system provider to increase our added value. You can see this with these comfort systems, which guide us to more control, speech control, which then also is the bridge to more digitalization. Speech control makes only sense if you have artificial intelligence and machine learning behind. So, so that's the next driver for our products, just due to our recent acquisition, Semfox, where we are very proud of. And CO2 reduction means better aerodynamics. So that's the thought process. Better aerodynamics means adjustable aerodynamics. And so we come to spoiler systems, which were known in the past just for sports cars, and today are in SUVs and in station cars with higher volume. So that means in addressing such trends, we come to products where we can superior. So in every our business lines, we are either European market leader or world market leader. So, and we have a huge order backlog, about 2 billion euros for the next 5 years to come. So that you see that this counts off, you get a dividend from these investments. In automotive, we are not looking primarily to the battery business in passenger cars because there are a lot of competitors and the prices are down. So as said, electromobility for us means, and greener technology means for us, the industrial sectors like forklifts, like vehicles in mines and so on. So where we go for businesses where they need our service for a longer time. So, but there are also hidden things. Electromobility means less noise. Less noise means it's mandatory by law that you have external loudspeakers in the future for electrical cars, so that that people at the street hear a car. And we just purchased a company who has a very nice order from a German premier automaker for such external loudspeakers. So that means the consequence of electromobility is maybe something was completely different. And and so that means we are looking what are the consequences for electromobility in automotive and not directly facing. In future, we will have also our components in the car. We are developing drivetrain systems with Voltabox, which then go also in very not too far from now in cars. So then we are directly also in this market. LPG is a company which does sound system, loudspeakers, and so on. and will be integrated in our acoustics business, and then we have a better audio value chain, and mentioned also this system for external loudspeakers. Acegenian was, when we acquired this, #1 in the world. We were #3 in the world, so now we are clearly #1, and this is the requirement, the prerequisite to go for the next step. The next step is that such systems come off one hand, so a one-stop shop is the vision. And this is exactly also what the customer wants. Today, such a system comes from different suppliers and then is assembled. And the customer, the automaker, likes to have this from one hand. And this is, there you need a good size as a company. You need lots of engineers. So this M&A was also, this M&A project was also meant in that direction, so that we can have the power to do this all in one. So, last question first answered. We have 60% in Voltabox, and there's no intention to end this. So, and the liquidity position by the 9 months was 73.5 million euros. So it's very good. And this was also, let's say, our position when in summer, early summer, our bank said the opportunity, there's a window in the bond market. This is bullish. Even the terms are now going to 6 years, and the coupon is lower. We said, okay, that's an alternative. But of course, we had plan B and plan C. We are not stupid enough just to look for a bond. We have, of course, other measures as well. And then when it comes to times, we had very good discussion with investors. But in that week where we want to place the bond, the sentiment was very bad in the financial market overall, especially in automotive because of bad news, wind warnings from others, and so on. And in these days, the finance market does not distinguish between one and the other company. So they all automotive suppliers are, let's say, then judged the same, and that they tend not to differentiate very much. So the consequence would have been that we would not have placed the bond in full. We would have gone to shorter terms and to higher coupon. That's not attractive for us. So we said no. Under these conditions, not. We have our financial structures and power is stable. It's long-term orientated. So why doing this? We would have nothing good for us. So we said no. We don't do it, so we have other sources, and that's not important. So the consequence for us are zero.